Hey guys, welcome back. We're out here at the property again, and we're going to review our big pooper, aka our septic system. So I guess sometime last week it got carried out here and installed. It's not done by any means, but as you can see, it looks like a big concrete box. So I'll give you, and I'm no expert by any means, but I'll give you a brief description of how this works. Basically, our pipe coming out from the house, our sewage pipe. Yep, so the sewage out from the house comes out right here, and then they'll hook up a pipe going from there into the inlet right here on the septic box. I don't know how much that thing weighed, but it looks massive. Anyways, then from there it runs into this, and guys, if you're septic experts, please don't kill me. I'm going to explain it as best as I can, as Google explained it to me. But this first tank, our first tank, I guess we'll go with that, is where it flows into, and then your, for the lack of a better word, your poo settles at the bottom, and then the water at the top flows in to the next tank, and then from there it aerates it, or whatever, I don't know the proper term. It aerates it and then shoots it over, I guess, to this third tank here, where it, I guess, filters it out some more, and then once it, Missy, it fills up, there's a little, thing to tell it when it's getting full, and then there's a pump, and then it'll pump it out this pipe here into a sprinkler head. So fairly simple process. These things are fairly maintenance free, but the first tank here is where they have an anaerobic, catalytic, whatever, bacteria that sits in that tank and eats the solid waste. So in theory, you should never have to, Missy, come on, out. Our dog's out here with us too, so come on. You shouldn't have to clean that out, but I don't know what the maintenance is. I plan to talk with my builder and maybe go through a septic training course so I can do the maintenance on this myself, because I definitely don't want to pay somebody to come out here yearly and do the maintenance, but I'm sure if you keep up with it, then you'll never really have problems. So anyways, yeah, three-phase system, and then pumps out the sprinkler. And then what we plan to do, I don't know if it's technically what you can do. They're just going to put one sprinkler head and pump it out here, but I'm going to probably tie into it and run my own sprinklers out here to our front yard, and then water our front yard with it when it fills up. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I'm going to. If they say anything, then so be it. But it's gonna, basically I'm gonna come out with sprinkler heads maybe on our fence post, and then spray our front yard out here. So that should keep it plenty saturated even during the summer, because it gets pretty dry out here. So yeah, that's the basic breakdown of our septic. Like I said, they still have some work to do. They got to run the electric for the pump. They still got to tie in to the house. And so, yeah, and fill in the dirt. Yeah, obviously they're going to probably use that pile right here and then fill in around. That box took up the majority of the hole, so I'm sure they won't use all that pile. And hopefully I can repurpose some of it for my yard. But yeah, so they still, hopefully this week they'll have it finished, and then we can see the final product. By the time they're done, you'll probably only see the green caps. They'll probably fill up right to the top. And that way you can get to the green caps in case you ever have to get in there and clean it out. So All right, so we're gonna start looking at the house. As you can see, they have the sheetrock up and they are taped and mudded in. They just left probably for lunch, or they might be done for the day, who knows. But let's take a look around here now that we got walls up, and let's just, now that you get a better idea of where things can go. We'll start here in the corner. This is, by the way, we're in my wife's office. So we'll walk through it and then we'll go through the rest of the house. But here we have our electric and network, which I covered before. She'll have her TV mounted here. Another plug down here. And couches around. As you can see, she's got plenty of plugs in this room. Lots of plugs. I forgot what size this room is, but it's pretty, it's even with the sheetrock in, it did shrink it some, but it's still a massive room. The builder came out before they put the sheetrock up, and he insulated just with some R14 or R12 or whatever. I forgot what it. When we go out to the garage, I'll show it. But he put insulation in all the walls on this side and up on the ceiling here, so while the wife's working, she won't have all the noise from the living room because the TV is going to be on the opposite wall. So that should help. The insulation should help. So anyways, back to where we were. She'll have her couch, TV kind of arrangement here in this corner. I believe she's gonna have our YouTube studio section kind of like right here in the middle. I don't know how she's gonna do it. Maybe camera facing, who knows. She can organize it. And she might change her plans by the time she gets in here, who knows. And then her office area is gonna have a desk. Like, again, I covered this already. With walls, it looks better. Desk here, and then come out here or here. I don't remember which. I think here. And she's got her network and power. And then she didn't want it to get all fancy in her office, so she had another power up here. She wants to put some crown molding with some LED lights up in her office so she can have it all fancy. So. All right, so this is the guest room. Again, the sheetrock did shrink it down some. I'm looking at the baseboards here. We're definitely gonna have to put some baseboards on here. There's a big gap between the ground and the sheetrock. But we knew that. I don't know if that's gonna be included with the trim guy or if we're gonna do it ourselves. I mean, I'm not foreign to. I've cut some angles, and these rooms aren't complicated to do. They're basically 90s, so it shouldn't be hard to cut with a miter saw if I need to do it. We'll just see. Anyways, back to this room. It looks really good. The trim guy is going to put trim in around the windows and the doors. We got our network here. Power. Probably put a queen mattress here, and then maybe some kind of dresser or something for guests if they want to put their clothes in. Not a lot to this room. Again, it's a guest room, so it won't have too much stuff in here. We're gonna move on to our next, the bathroom, guest bathroom. Watch your step. And this is coming along quite well too. They have the sheetrock in here. Basically, the sheetrock's done, and I think the mudding and taping is pretty much done through the whole house. But we'll have our vanity here, I guess. I think it's roughly 4 foot. And then have our mirror, and then vanity with 2 plugs, and it's a vessel sink. I got the term right. On top. So it should look really good in here. And then in our shower, we're gonna do cultured marble. They're gonna put cultured marble probably up to here and around. And then on the floor, he said they're gonna put just cultured, I guess put a pan and then cultured marble. I don't know exactly, but he is gonna put cultured marble down here. And then we got the one shower head and a light up at the top. All right, so this room is my office / exercise room, which I have not been exercising lately, and my tummy can tell. I have it all packed up in our garage at the other house, so unfortunately I haven't got to use it. Anyways, when we get moved over, I'll have my exercise equipment over here. I have a lot of room in here, so I might add some more. But the treadmill and the bike, and then maybe add some weights and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. And then I have it set up here where I can either put my office desk here, because I put network here, which they really broke these cables. Man, those guys did a number on these things. I'm gonna have to cut them way back. Oh well, there should still be plenty. God, that sucks. And then power here, or I can do it over here. I run network on this side too, so. All right, and then this closet we're gonna use for our emergency stuff. Maybe we'll have some shelves on the walls, but we're gonna do all of our emergency long-term water and emergency kit batteries and basically what I had at the other house, which I reviewed. I reviewed that kit on one of my YouTube videos. Go and review that one and add some more views on it. Anyways, we're gonna put all that in here. We don't have a lot of stuff, so we don't really need the closet space for clothes and stuff. So moving on, the main bedroom. Obviously we have 2 windows in here. It brings a lot of light in. I think it looks good. So we don't need as much in here. We got our AC in here as well with 2 registers, ceiling fan hookup, lots of puck lighting or lighting. I don't know what this one's for. Anyways, oh, we got a return right here. We didn't drop any network in here because obviously we're gonna probably just use the wireless, which I'll show when we get to the living room. But your basic stuff, normal plugs, plenty of plugs. This wall is insulated, so this wall is the wall that attaches to the other side of the garage. So they did spray foam insulate in here for noise reduction and you know, better sealing it up in here. So we'll move on to the closet. I don't remember when we shot video last on this, but we had them shrink this door a little. I think it was a standard 3-foot door. We shrunk this down to a 2.5 foot or 2, anyways, 2 3/4 foot door. You know, they usually go with standard doors for resale and accessibility, et cetera, but I don't think we're gonna sell once we move in here. We're gonna be pretty much permanent. So we want the smaller door, and the reason being is so we can put shelving on this wall and have about 12 inches, or nearly a foot, maybe a little bit longer of shelving coming down, so the wife can put her shoes, I can put my shoes, maybe a couple of shelves. I don't know, shelving, and then maybe something on this side. The door will open to this wall, and then back here, hang rods or shelves when we put our clothes up all back through here. So it's not huge, but it's big enough for us because we don't, you know, again, we don't have a lot of crap. So, I mean, we have some clothes, but, you know, it's plenty big enough. So, all right, we're gonna move on to the main bathroom. And there's really, again, not much to it. Sorry, back to the, so the vanities here. We'll have 2 vanities. It's a little bit smaller than our other house, but it's still a good, that's nearly 6 foot from wall to wall, or wall to door. But yeah, I mean, 6 foot vanity, 2 vanities, vessel sinks, 2 mirrors, 2 lights. That's plenty. And then door will open this way, because there's a light switch on the wall. And then behind us here is the toilet. Plenty of leg room to kick around in, light switch, exhaust vent, toilet area, and another exhaust. I guess they cut a hole in that. Is there, where does it exhaust to? It's a solid plate right there. Maybe. And then the shower. I really like the size. we were worried with the pour that it wasn't going to be big enough, but once you put walls in here, so here's the shower, and you know, we were worried that it wasn't going to be big enough with the pour, but this is, sorry, back to my 3 shower heads. It looks like there's 3. So one here, top and bottom, so you can get all your orifices.
Oh my God.
I mean, you gotta get, oh, you're not still recording, are you? Oh, sorry. You don't want to see me dance. All right, then we're gonna move on to the living room. And again, guys, sorry for the replication or the duplicate. I know we've been in these rooms already once, and we've been in it with just the framing. Me personally, I like to go through it again with the sheetrock in. It gives you a much better idea of what you're working with, because this is it. This is the size we're going to be dealing with. There's no more studs in the wall. It's all covered with sheetrock, so this really gives you an idea of size. And looking from that back corner to here, this is I would say probably the same times and a half our current living room and kitchen. Maybe almost double. I wouldn't put double. I'd say times and a half. So you know, it gives us a lot more room. We're gonna put, again, I think I covered this, a dining room table here in this area with a chandelier. Obviously, they're gonna have to move it. We think they messed up. We'll figure it out. They have it here currently, which was in the blueprints, but we want to move it down. We're going to put our coffee cabinets table here, and then again, sorry for the duplicate talk, but starting here, you can see we have the cutout for the fridge.
Squirrel.
Whatever. Then countertops. Then we have our vent hood, or vent hood, which exhausts out. I guess this is for the vent, the plug for the vent. We got 220, and we put in propane hookup. Lots of plugs on the walls. Counters all the way around, lots more plugs. And we got another 220 for in-wall oven, and then a microwave up here at the top. And then it's gonna keep going around to here with counters. We haven't quite figured out the island. I think they're gonna have to put what's called a pony wall up, which means they're gonna have to frame up around. And we got cabinets here. That's gonna put us, I'd say here, and those are here. And here, I think it leaves like 30 plus inches of room. It's really hard to gauge right now because it's not in there. But anyways, we'll have the island with the sink, the farm sink with, you know, plugs. Looks like it's got plenty. I see 2 here, but they can split off of that. We put outlets on the outside, and then the garbage disposal. Dishwasher. Sorry, I'm just thinking. They had 2 plugs. One could be for the outlets, and I guess one for the garbage disposal and dishwasher. I don't know. Anyways, and then front door, doggy door, windows, and that pretty much does the living room area. Oh, and then I have sorry, back to the technical stuff here. I have a network cable run up here. I'm gonna put a Wi-Fi, I'm gonna mount a Wi-Fi box up high right there. And then I got more network down here for the TV. And then I ran some extra over here for, just in case, for something else. And then moving in here is the utility / laundry room. Washer, dryer, utility sink, and then propane on-demand water heater. And And then maybe storage. I guess you can't do too much back here because of that door. But I guess right here you could put a shelving. We're gonna have a shelf over on the wall shelf up here too. So, yeah, that sums up the house. And I think we covered the garage. I don't think much changed. Wow, it sounds much different in here. There's an echo in the house. There ain't no echo out here. Yeah, not much to change. I don't know, if, maybe we haven't recorded in here, but as you see, we got all the spray foam in. All our cabinets are sitting over there. We put in plywood on the walls so I can mount tools or whatever else on the walls here and on the walls over there. I have a lot of room, plenty of room for everything I think I'm gonna need to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.